Fascinating story. A woman literally makes up an entire narrative that she is being attacked by an actor. Here it is.
You know I live right here. You understand I live right here, right? I don't care. I don't care. You don't care, I don't care.
Wild.
Yes, there's some very suspicious people, and they're going to rob and steal and kill people. We're at 4353 Colfax Avenue. Please come in a hurry. They're in private property where they're not supposed to be, and they won't get out. This is a condo building, and they won't get out. And they have no...
You heard what she said, right? She told the police that these people were committing felonies, dangerous felonies. That is a life or death situation being created over the phone. Let's put up the actor she called 911 on, Amir Mustafi. A woman in Studio City, California, called the police on an actor riding his bike around his own neighborhood. The writer, actor, and producer was riding around the 4300 block of Colfax for a screen test. Showmakers wanted to see what he looked like on a bicycle. What they do. The woman, who appears to be on the phone with police, says, and I quote, "There are some very suspicious people, and they're going to rob and steal and kill people." Once again, creating a life or death situation. Police come, guns blazing, black man on bike must be the suspect. Let's shoot now and ask questions never. Amir said she pulled up in her car to stop the couple filming, claiming the alley was a private property. At the end of her call, she says, "Please come in a hurry." Amir's girlfriend, Robin, says she tried to de-escalate the situation. Here's a quote directly to Indisputable. "I heard Amir say something like, uh-oh, looks like a Karen. So he suggested I walk down toward the street. I was standing there filming him, looping a couple of times. She started screaming and said she would call the police. That's when I caught her making the phone call. And she started acting really weird. Automatically, I thought, this is how people, especially people of color, get shot by police." That's exactly right. Amir says he believes the woman questioned him because of his race. Here's his quote. "If you're saying I look suspicious and I'm going to rob and murder people when I'm wearing a bike helmet, I don't know if that's consistent with a robber or murderer. You shouldn't think so because it's LA. There's a lot of different ethnicities here, but I don't know what else it could have been." Once again, a direct quote to Indisputable investigates. A representative of the Los Angeles Police Department directed Indisputable to a police report for burglary filed on March 5th in that part of the city. Indisputable filed a open records request for the report. I will provide that report if it exists. Hell of a story. Very dangerous. You can't make light of something like this. Now, what should happen next? What should happen next? You see the video, the evidence is there. Who committed a crime? She did. I know she's up in age, but remember, they have locked up elderly black women for not paying their trash bill. We've reported on that right here. Literally, a cop went to the house, put handcuffs on an elderly black woman because she did not pay a trash bill. It got sent to a collections department. That collections department set a court date. She missed the court date and they put a warrant out for her arrest. Nobody cared about her age. This woman literally created a dangerous situation intentionally. Was deceitful intentionally. And it could have caused a significant disaster in that community. So I have no patience. Someone should be very clear. What she did was unlawful. All right, Dan, thoughts here?
What she did was attempt to weaponize the police department, the Los Angeles Police Department, which is no friend of people of color or anyone that for that matter. And specifically said, oh, this person walking a bike who's not bothering anyone, who's just, talking about stuff, and this other person filming, as you do in Los Angeles, they're a threat. I'm going to sick the police on them. I'm going to weaponize the police. I'm going to say they're robbing and stealing and killing. And that is just going to get reported all over the police radios. And the cops are going to come with that response. This is America. That's how it goes. And so not only is that despicable, not only is that horrifying, it is, I remember Ron DeSantis, just to your point, put people who had served their jail sentences, who previously had felony convictions, who had won the right to vote. He had them arrested and had camera crews ready to go to take photos of that as a photo op for people who were elderly, who just tried to vote, all right? So just like you're saying, don't tell me that it's too much to go after someone just because of their age. This is an attempted murder, essentially, based on how we know the police are going here. So there needs to be much more accountability on false police report alone for this kind of nonsense.
Very well said. We will continue to follow this, see if it develops this week, next week, something.